Hey everyone, I'm back with Mark McPhearson with hard conversations, and today we go on unpacking what are the physical boundaries that you need to pay attention to if you want to get new results, get behavior change. And I'll pass it on to you, Mark, about you made a really good example about having hard conversations in the car. Do you want to expand on that one?
Yeah, but before that, you made a really good point. It's about yeah, what result and what outcome do you actually want, and what result you're really after? Because I often say, if you just want to bawl out your teenage son for their bad behavior, go right ahead. But I'll tell you what, it's not going to get the result you really want, and don't be shocked when they dislike you. But yes, the physical conditions when you have these conversations is you're doing 120 kilometers an hour in the car, and it's just not the right time to start talking to your wife about the credit card. or the wife talking to the husband or partner or spouse, whatever. It's not the right time. And people, when I guarantee you, everyone who's listening to this right now is saying, oh yes, yes, it makes perfect sense to pick the right time. But I see people all day long picking the purpose. I told you that one about the woman, and I assume it's the mother, really having a go at her teenage son. And I say teenage, he looked at me 13 or 14, in a cafe in front of other people. Now, I'm not defending the kid to the boy for doing, but he might have done something bad. But if you want a good result, what a silly place to do it, because he got his back up. He knew people were looking at him. He was embarrassed. It's just not the way. And that's what you and I have often talked about. What do you really want? What do you want to get out of this? If you want a great relationship with your spouse or teenage son or people at work, well, there's things you need to be really careful about. And one of those is those physical conditions. And the extra one we talked about was not just where and when and the temperature and have you got a nice seat and stuff, but who else is there? Who else should be there? That's one we talked about. If you're having a tough conversation with your mother about you're concerned about her health and ability to look after herself. Uh, and then you find you've had the conversation with her, and you find your brother, sister, and distant aunt is outraged because you went ahead and had it without discussing them. And you say, "Oh, I didn't know you should be in. You wanted to be involved." Well, did you ask?
Yeah, very, very powerful. What came to me while you were explaining all of these scenarios, well, I realized you could literally put people in danger if you, especially the car scenario, because people get triggered, and if they are not present or they should be paying attention to the road, you could set up an accident. And I know it's probably going far away with this, but always think of where is the ideal place. Also, and another thing is that people, when they cannot be themselves because there may be people around, then you will not be able to talk to the person because they are trying to fit into the environment. They're trying to behave. So you will not be able to have a serious conversation. You will have this surface, or I sometimes say, patterns that they are wearing, the masks that they are wearing in front of other people. So then your conversation is gone. You wasted time and effort.
You're spot on, because it's not just physical safety, it's psychological, it's mental health safety. And I've seen many people have hard conversations, fierce conversations, difficult conversation with people, and I have watched the person's eyes just glaze over with with I am not here. And at the right time their body almost does this at the right time. Have you understood what I said? And they have not taken anything in at all. And be warned, if you have tough conversations with people, surprise, surprise, some people don't like them, and you need to be just prepared for things not going well, people being upset, angry. How dare you raise that topic with me? Who do you think you are? And sometimes they've got a valid point. And we get back to that thing all the time. You're here. Where do you want to be with this conversation? If you want the best possible relationship with your teenage son, think about it, because it takes a very different path about where we have this conversation with them, what words come out our mouth, and how we allow them to have input.
Wonderful, Mark. Thanks very much. I really love this conversation, and we'll keep going on because there are so much more tiny, minute distinctions to get results for you, so you're not struggling when it comes to communication and get behavior change. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for your time.